Welcome back, Outlaws. It is once again Michael or Legacy Kill HD, once again discussing Red Dead Redemption 2 or Red Dead 3, or if you just want to call it the next Red Dead game. And today we're going to be discussing some of the latest news once again about this upcoming game. And this is a follow-up to the video I did the other day about Rockstar San Diego job listings. We've actually gone through more job listings and covered some more details that you're not going to want to miss. But we're also going to be going over some of the things that we feel need to be improved in this upcoming game. But nonetheless, Outlaws, if you've not seen all the Red Dead videos, make sure you check out the playlist. A lot of news and information that you're not going to want to miss. Now let's get to our first topic of the day, and that is the latest news. Now, as most of you already know, the other day we discussed an operation manager that was being hired for Rockstar San Diego that would be overseeing testing for this next upcoming title. With further research, we found some more details about other job listings that point to this next game, which may indicate the direction that Rockstar has. And the first listing we have is a game tester. What's interesting about this position was that it was launched in May of 2016, which obviously was just a month before E3. And as most of you already know, I've discussed this a lot, there was supposed to be a reveal of the next Red Dead game at E3 2016. Supposedly, multiple sources confirmed that, one of those even being the former IGN editor of 10 years, Colin Moriarty. So before we even get down to the description of this posting, what this tells me is this game has been in a playable state since May. And the big question that comes from all of this is, how far into testing are they now, and what exactly could they be doing? But this also means we could be having a closer window between reveal and release, which is definitely a positive for all of us Red Dead fans. Because as most of you know, GTA 5 was announced in November of 2011, but it wasn't released until September of 2013. It may be a shift, maybe going to a more Bethesda style where you announce the game and release it sooner rather than later, which I think all of us can agree that Fallout 4 is evidence that you can still make a ton of money by releasing the game sooner. And now to the job listings description. What's mentioned about this game tester, the specific detail, is that they are testing the multiplayer functionality. This definitely worries me because of the fact that a lot of us really want Rockstar to concentrate on the single player or the story of the next Red Dead title. With this upcoming game, it seems like even some of these other job listings I'm going to be discussing, that they are concentrating specifically on the online version, which I'm definitely hoping is not the case, just being that we saw with GTA 5 that they catered to that GTA Online community while pretty much ignoring any of the story or single player fans. And the next job listing we have is a build and release engineer, and this is a position that was filled in August of 2016. Now, this is interesting to me just because of the fact that this could point to maybe Rockstar Games having the game close to being finished, and they're hiring somebody to make sure that they can get this game out the front door. But from this job description, it definitely sounds like they need somebody to help them make sure the game is up to quality and it's ready to be released. And moving right along to our next job listing, we have a network programmer. What's interesting about this position is that they actually specifically mention the responsibilities that they need somebody to integrate dynamic multiplayer into all areas of gameplay, just another mention of the multiplayer of their upcoming projects. And the next job listing we have is the .NET engineer, and it's mentioned in the description that they are looking for somebody who can increase the features and capabilities of their online technologies. Now, throughout the responsibilities and some of the other information, they're pretty much looking for somebody who can help on the online versions of Xbox and PlayStation and even PC. So it definitely sounds like they're pretty much trying to make sure that the online platforms will be ready to go and that they can improve and get it up to par. And now to our last listing of the day, we have an AI optimization programmer, and it's mentioned in the description that they're looking for somebody to develop bleeding edge architectures, evolve and expand our engines, and build tools and systems that make it fast, flexible, and easy to use. Now, what this sounds to me is maybe they're upgrading their engine, kind of similar to what they did with GTA 5. And I also want to mention that this posting did go up in October of 2015, so it has been a while. Maybe that's what they were working on at the time. But nonetheless, you also have to mention that GTA 5 was made originally for PS3 and Xbox 360, and it was ported over to their counterparts of the PS4 and Xbox One. And we know that they were trying to get the GTA 5 next-gen version out as soon as possible, so we really haven't seen the true power of Rockstar Games with these Xbox One and PS4 consoles. So who's to say that the gameplay and physics of the next Red Dead game could be very much improved? Now let me know what you think in the comment section below, but anyway, Outlaws, let's move on to our last topic of the day, and that is some of the things that need to be improved in this next Red Dead title. And to the first topic, we have melee. I'm going to specifically concentrate on hand-to-hand combat within it, because it was one of those elements within Red Dead Redemption that felt pretty much obsolete in a lot of ways. And after reading through a lot of websites and forums, I can see this is on a lot of people's wish list currently. And again, this goes back to what I discussed the other day with stealth. A lot of gamers out here want to play these open world games of Rockstar in their own ways, and I think if Rockstar is going to include these elements, then we shouldn't be feeling that we're discouraged from using them. But one of the solutions that may come out of this is really the engine, and if it is getting upgraded once again, maybe the physics will be getting better, and there's always the possibility of attaching animations to some of this stuff, which could bring a more enjoyable experience. And to the next topic, we have the horse mechanics. One of the things that a lot of people had problems with was the horses within Red Dead Redemption. Personally, Personally myself, I did not really have much of a problem, but a lot of people had problems with getting their horse to come with them or even calling them. But I will admit my horse did sometimes get stuck on a cliff or even getting glitched out at times. But I don't feel like this will be an issue in the next Red Dead game, just being that the Rockstar has been working on their engine. Even in GTA 5 there's evidence of that with the Rage engine, and I feel like they're going to be making sure that horses is one of their top priorities, making sure that there's no issues from a physics and gameplay standpoint. And to the next topic, we have the next Red Dead's exploration in the open world. Now unfortunately in a lot of the past Rockstar games there's been limitations to the open world, like a lot of buildings that we couldn't enter into, and even in Red Dead Redemption that was the case in some. And I feel like the next game I'm hoping that that is not an issue. I would think that Rockstar Games would allow gamers to have more of a choice of doing whatever they want in these open worlds. That was evidence in GTA 5 where pretty much it was so much stuff to do. But with the next Red Dead game, being that it's more of a less civilized game, there's going to be a lot less buildings. I think that they would allow a lot of the gamers to explore almost everything within the world. But from that leaked map that came out early in 2016, it shows a lot of different types of terrains and a lot of different possibilities. So I'm definitely hoping that Rockstar Games gives us a lot of choices of things to do. Now to the last topic of the day, and that is the possibility of having any vehicles at all in the next Red Dead title. Now I'm only going to briefly touch on this because I've already discussed this in the past. I've already pretty much said that I do not want to see vehicles in the next Red Dead title, and being that it is a prequel, it wouldn't really make much sense we see any vehicles, but I think there's some cool Easter eggs that Rockstar Games could do. One of those being a mention of the Benz patent motor car of 1886. I think they could include that as an Easter egg. I think it would be something fun for maybe some of the Grand Theft Auto fans that really do like cars, or anyone who wanted to experience some of the first automobiles made. Anyway, Outlaws, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you smack that like button if you did enjoy the video or found any informative value. Also, drop down in the comments, tell me what your thoughts on the topics that we discussed today, and also consider subscribing for a lot more additional Red Dead content to come, and I'll see you later.